Thank you very much for the introduction. I'm Chatani from Rakuten Inc. and I'm responsible for AI platform development since August 2016. I'd like to talk about the Rakuten AI-nization, and also latter half of this session, I'd like to invite special guests from IBM Japan, Mr. Motoki. He will be on stage later on. So today I'd like to talk about the customer satisfaction improvement using AI. And when we think of the AI, and where should we use it? And so when we do some search, you need to input the precise, accurate words to get the right result, like a product name, etc. So that means you need to approach toward the computer. And so that means the computer-centric in terms of the human-computer interactions. But I think we believed that AI can change that kind of the thing from the computer-centric to human-centric by having the AI understand what you said, even if it is a kind of a vague expression or inaccurate, I say, presentations. So what we intend to make a goal is to change from computer-centric to human-centric by using AI. So to make that happen, we define some AI penetration or AI-nization phase in Rakuten. The first phase is Rakuten, in Rakuten, is a routine task is AI-nized, so that means the human will take non-routine task. And then in the phase 2, AI will be improved to make a decision or make decision-making support. In that case, the human will need to do more strategic role, strategic making decision role. And then phase 3, when we have a lot of the AI, and there are multiple AIs, and the AI will collaborate each other and to do some single task or series of tasks. In that case, human will do more creative work. So those 3 phases we defined in the 2 years ago, and we tried to start from the phase 1. And to make that happen, we did some experiments and make some prototype, as you shown here. And there are some video with audio afterwards. And first one is a vague intention will be understood by AI. So this is the prototype, which we call the shopping AI. And the user input, like next Friday, I want to have my son's birthday in Shibuya. So this intention or vague expression is translated into, Shibuya, there are several restaurants which handle the birthday party for kids. And so we get some information from the Rakuten dining and for that kind of things. And also for gift, we identify some toys from the Rakuten Ichiba for toy category, and also for birthday, the birthday cake, etc. So those are kind of extracted from the multiple Rakuten API to provide some single reaction like this. This is still a prototype. It's a kind of the one input will give the collections of the output like this. So second item we tried, and this one, previous one is a kind of more text-oriented approach. And this one is a more visual approach. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult to hard. What she said is please find me shirts in indigo. And we analyzed almost 4 million Rakuten Ichiba ladies items from the image information of each product, and then place those items in the color space. So even though some of the product is not described as the indigo, maybe it is described as a dark blue or blue or different description. But image-wise, it looks like indigo. So we identify those. And then if you use, said, more cute or cuter, and we just put some viewpoint of the user among the 4 million items to the more pastelish location, and then that gives the user to identify more cuter items among the items Rakuten offers. This is also a prototype which we call the fashion concierge. And the third one is the thinking of the more post-mobile generations. IoT and the AI will be directly connected because when we move to the IoT, interface device is not as rich as the mobile phone. So that means the AI needs to be more, clever or smarter. So AI should handle more difficult tasks. And this is the prototype, and also already released for several events Rakuten handles. It's the AI Janken, and AI will understand what is shape you try to make, and so predict in advance, and the winning rate is almost 100%. And so we try to make it sometimes lower the winning ratio and for the events like events for kids. So give them some rewards and the gifts if they win. So we think it's very important to have this kind of conversational user experiences to make the experience rich for the customer. So we defined to create some common platform to make that happen. So in April 2017, collaborating with the IBM, and we by introducing the IBM Watson, we announced the Rakuten AI platform in conjunction with the first AI chatbot from Rakuten Ichiba. So since then, we have launched the almost 54, actually 55 released this week. So we have the 55 chatbot, and also we have the this kind of the common framework for chatbot, and currently AI will be handled more than 75% of the inquiry is handled by AI chatbot, and that will be converted into the 15,000 hours per month of the human resources. So this is kind of the snapshot of those chatbots which we already commercially released, and there are a lot of the things, variations, and including some non-Japanese chatbot like English, Chinese, traditional Chinese, and simplified Chinese, and for kind of the inbound customers. And also business-wise, not only e-commerce, we have the chatbot from travel and fintech groups, and also digital contents as well. Also, we have the many business unit department within Rakuten introduce the chatbot for employee support. So, in addition to those as a chatbot, it's based on the question and the answer exists, and then we improve the AI capability to the next level, which we call the shopping assistant. So with the shopping assistant, we integrated some product knowledge and also product information about the with how user can tell, and such as the name of the color. In catalog, product catalog, we says like a color's name like champagne gold or midnight blue, and in that case, the user doesn't say that kind of name. So we converted. If user say blue, it can be midnight blue or any other color, which specified in the color. And also by connecting the online sign up, and so user can automatically go through the checkout and for the products. So those are kind of very attractive to the customer without, I said, stopping the some selection process, and the AI can help to identify the types of appropriate handset and the SIM type and the service plan. And then it's automatically check out and through this kind of interface. So we believe this conversational UX is very important important element to enhance the user experiences from the particularly on the website web services like Rakuten. So I'd like to introduce Mr. Motoki, and he's going to tell the very important, interesting latest technology, and which is called the IBM debater. And AI can debate human, and so probably it's very interesting topic and talk from Motoki-san. And please welcome Motoki-san.
Thank you very much, Chatani-san. And hi, my name is Tsuyoshi Motoki of IBM Japan. I work for Watson Solutions for the enterprises and businesses in Japan. So today I'd like to introduce a new system called Project Debater, which IBM research team has developed and and demonstrated just back in this June. So this is a brand new system. IBM Research runs a program called Grand Challenge, and this Project Debater is the third generation AI Grand Challenge. We have back in 1997, almost more than 20 years ago, we developed a system called Deep Blue, which fought against the Russian chess champion. That's the start of the grand challenge. And you may know we developed a system called Watson, which debuted at the American quiz show called Jeopardy, and fought against the quiz champions. Probably this is one of the start of the modern AI system. And today, this Watson system serves the many businesses and in real use. And now, Project Debater provides the debate capability. Actually, debate humans on a very complex subject. So what is the debater? You may know the game of the debate. On the debate system, typically on the very controversial topics, selected topics are given, and the human and in this case, the machine takes the opposite position and argues over the topics. Such as, for example, the government should subsidize the space exploitation, or should we expand the telemedicine, use of telemedicine, or is it right to rely on genetically engineered food production? Those kind of topics they debate. Both parties are given 10 minutes speech. First 4 minutes is the opening statement, and then the second 4 minutes is really the rebuttal, meaning the counter argument. And then the last 2 minutes makes the conclusion or the summary of the speech. So really this project debater system needs to generate 10 minutes of speech on the fly, given the new topics on the spot. So this is, if you know the technical background of the AI system today, this is the kind of very challenging system. One of the factors it makes this kind of effort difficult is that there's no right answers or conclusion on those kind of the topics. So in this game, the audience gives the final vote, who is the winner. In that sense, the debater system, these AI systems need to measure what the human perceives on making those the arguments. So let's take a look at the short video. これはどうすれば。
Real world problems, a lot of times they don't have a clear bottom line win, otherwise we wouldn't debate things.
According to rules set by the candidates themselves.
What we are trying to accomplish here is really to demonstrate that we can have a meaningful and valuable discussion between man and machine.
We are actually trying to show that a computer system can add to our conversation or decision making by bringing facts and doing a different kind of argumentation.
Hello, Dan. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today.
The debater system tries to understand the concept over which we are debating.
Having analyzed the data, I will argue that we should subsidize music education.
When it gets the topic, until you hear the first speech, it's collecting all the possible arguments, trying to remove redundancy,
It is about recognizing important issues for society.
The system is evolving.
The IBM debater can have all the opinions in the world, but IBM debater does not pay taxes, and we do.
You are speaking at the extremely fast rate of 218 words per minute. There is no need to hurry.
The value of the technology is really to allow decision makers to take more informed decisions. There is a territory which is uncharted to some extent, and this is where we are now.
Thank you for listening.
Real world problems. A lot of times it doesn't happen.
Okay, I'm very sorry that this video is very condensed. And if you could listen to the 10-minute speech actually that project debater is delivering, it's really amazing. And but if you listen to very carefully, probably human can do much better even today. So what is the technology behind this system? There are the project debater system is built up of the many different kinds of the core technologies. So it's a combination, integration of many technologies. And in that sense, debater itself is a vehicle for demonstrating the underlying technologies. Among those technologies, one of the most important piece is that this system has learned a lot of huge amount of data or articles, arguments in the past. And they say it has learned more than 300 million articles. And within those articles, debater picks up, extract the argumentative statement, meaning those sentences or the phrases that can be utilized in the actual debate battle. And those argumentative statements has some structure and the concept behind it. So debater systems run the concepts and the structures of those argumentation in the past. At the same, by doing that, it can create or generate the new novel claims or evidences supporting those claims. At the same time, it predicts what the opponent will claim or say, and in what perspective and with what evidences. So understanding of those the opponent's speeches is another important capability of this debate system. And then debater system generates new argument. At the same time, they need to deliver the speech. And if you could listen to the debater's speech, you will notice it is very carefully prepared and delivered, like placing some emphasis in important part of the speech, as well as placing the breaks or pauses in the middle of the speeches to make it very effective. So those technologies or the technical backgrounds today, many of them are open and in preparation for publishing. So you can follow the link of the IBM Research Project Debater website and get to those technical materials along with even the data sets. So we expect this system, although it's still at infant stage, will evolve into the future. And we see some of the business applications, like supporting the financial advisors, like supporting the lawyers, or used in the educations. And ultimately, this kind of system will serve as a knowledge navigational system, or the navigational system for the critical thinking of the human. So, as always, it is not the intent to create a system to defeat the human, but really the helping the human to make the objective decisions with well-informed evidences. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for listening.